For weeks, his cat returned with the same strange gift: dirty stones. He thought it was just trash. But then he discovered the truth no one could have expected. The cat drops another dirty rock on the floor. Michael stares at it tiredly. The old tabby cat sat beside another dirty rock. Pride gleamed in his yellow eyes. "Bruno, no." Michael sighed deeply. The rock was dark and rough, covered in mud. This was the second one this week. Michael comes home exhausted. Another long day at the warehouse. His hands ache from lifting heavy boxes all day. His phone buzzes. A text from his mother. "Dad needs more medication. Can you send 300 this week?" Michael closes his eyes. His father has diabetes. The medication costs more each month. Insurance covers almost nothing. He works 60 hours each week, sometimes 70. He eats ramen for dinner most nights. His apartment has one room. The heating barely works in winter, but his parents need him. So he works, and works, and works. The only light in his life greets him at the door. Bruno, a scruffy orange tabby cat, about 12 years old. Michael found Bruno 3 years ago. The cat was hiding behind a dumpster in the rain, skinny, scared, shivering from cold. "Come here, buddy," Michael had whispered that cold night. Bruno had limped toward him. His right front paw was injured. Michael spent his last $40 at the vet. Bruno never left his side after that day. Now they are inseparable. Best friends, family, but then the rocks start appearing. One morning, Michael wakes up to find a small dark rock by the door. "What is this?" he asks Bruno. Michael tosses the rock outside, wipes the dirt from the floor carefully. Bruno watches him. His tail twitches with clear annoyance. "No more rocks, okay, buddy?" The next morning, another rock appears. Same size, same dirt, different shape though. "Bruno, seriously? Stop bringing these in." Michael throws this one away too, but the rocks keep coming. Every single day. Sometimes 2 rocks at once. Michael tries blocking the cat door. Bruno scratches and howls until Michael finally gives up. He tries following Bruno outside once. Wants to see where he gets them, but Bruno moves too fast through the alleys. Disappears around corners. Michael loses him within minutes. This pattern continued for weeks. Bruno brought a stone. Michael threw it away. Bruno brought a new one. But throwing them away only made Bruno more determined. The cat would search for them in the trash, bring them back inside. Finally, Michael gave up. He found an old cardboard box in the closet, started keeping the stones there. "Fine, keep your rocks, but they stay in this box." Bruno seemed satisfied with this arrangement. He would sit beside the box for hours, guarding his collection like treasure. Michael thought it was strange but harmless. Cats had their quirks. The box fills up over the months. 20 rocks, 30 rocks, 40 rocks, more and more. They take up space. They collect dust, serve no obvious purpose. Michael's friend Danny visits one Saturday afternoon. They drink beer together on the small balcony. "How is work?" Danny asks. "Hard, but okay, same as always." "How is Bruno?" Michael smiles. "Good. Being weird as usual. He keeps bringing home rocks, every day. I have a whole box full now." Danny laughs. "Rocks? What kind of rocks?" "Just rocks. Dirty rocks. I have no idea where he even finds them." "Can I see them?" Michael shows Danny the overflowing box. Danny picks up one rock, examines it closely, frowns slightly. "These look kind of unusual," he says. "I mean it. The texture feels weird. The weight seems off somehow." Michael looks at the rocks again. They look completely normal to him. "Maybe Bruno likes unusual rocks," Michael suggests. Danny keeps turning the rock over in his hands. "You know what? My buddy Carlos works at the university, in the geology department. Maybe he could look at these, figure out why Bruno is bringing them." "Why would he want to do that?" Danny grins. Because it is weird, and Carlos loves weird rock stuff. Maybe these are special to cats somehow, like catnip rocks or something. Michael laughs. Catnip rocks? We do not know that. Maybe cats can sense something in them, some mineral they like. Cats do weird things all the time. Danny leaves with 2 rocks in his pocket. Michael does not think much about it. Bruno keeps bringing more rocks. The routine continues. Day after day, week after week. Michael works his shifts, comes home tired. Bruno greets him happily. Michael sends money to his parents each month. His father needs medication. His mother worries constantly about bills. Michael wishes he could help more. But he does what he can. Some months are harder than others, but Michael manages. He always does. Bruno is his constant companion through everything, his best friend, his family. Michael pets Bruno gently. The cat purrs deeply. You are the best thing in my life, buddy. The rocks continue piling up. Michael stops counting them. The box overflows. He gets a second box. You are very committed to this, Michael tells Bruno. Whatever this is. Bruno meows in agreement. Brings another rock the next morning. 3 weeks pass. Danny calls Michael one evening. Hey, remember those rocks? Yeah. Why? Carlos looked at them. He got really weird about it. He wants to see all of them. Can I bring him over? Sure, I guess. When? Tomorrow? He is really insistent about this. Michael agrees. Wonders what could possibly be interesting about dirty rocks. The next day, Danny arrives with Carlos. Carlos wears glasses and carries a small bag. Thanks for letting me see these, Carlos says eagerly. No problem. They are just rocks, though. Maybe. Can I examine them? Carlos pulls out a magnifying glass, a small tool Michael does not recognize. Some kind of meter. He picks up rocks one by one, studies each carefully. Before we continue with what Carlos discovers, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Carlos examines 10 rocks. His expression changes gradually. He keeps looking closer, taking more notes. Is everything okay? Michael asks. Where exactly does your cat find these? Carlos asks quietly. I have no idea. Somewhere around the neighborhood. Carlos sets down the rock he is holding, takes off his glasses, cleans them carefully. I need to run some proper tests. At the university lab, can I take several samples? Why? What is wrong? Nothing is wrong, but these rocks, they are not normal. What do you mean? Carlos hesitates. I need to be absolutely sure before I say anything. Can you give me 3 days? After they leave, Michael sits with Bruno. What did you bring me, buddy? He asks the cat. Bruno purrs, completely unconcerned, like he knows something Michael does not. The next 3 days crawl by slowly. Michael tries not to think about it. On the 3rd evening, Carlos returned. His voice sounds strange, excited. I ran extensive tests. Okay, and? These rocks are not from around here. Michael laughs. What do you mean? Bruno finds them nearby. I mean they are not from Earth. The silence fills the room completely. What? Michael whispers. These are meteorite fragments, Carlos explains. Some of them rare. That is impossible. It is not impossible. Meteorites fall to Earth constantly. Most land in oceans or remote areas. Some land in cities and are never found. This one's happened to land in your neighborhood. Your cat has been systematically collecting them. Why would a cat collect meteorites? I have no idea. Maybe they smell unusual. Maybe the mineral composition is interesting to him. Cats have senses we do not fully understand. Carlos leaned forward. Michael, and they are valuable. Michael sat down hard. Valuable? How much could they cost? Carlos calculated silently. Based on what I am seeing, each piece could be worth anywhere from $200 to $1,000, depending on composition and rarity. I can examine all of them. Document the entire collection, if you are willing. Michael looks at Bruno. The scruffy orange cat sleeps peacefully on the couch, completely unaware of the conversation. The sale happened quickly. A private collector bought most of the fragments. The university purchased the rest for research. The money hit Michael's account. He stared at the number, refreshed the screen 3 times to make sure it was real. He did not become rich overnight, but he got enough for a real start. He invested in a van, tools, started a small home repair business. Slowly, the work became steady and reliable. For the first time in years, he could breathe. He paid off his parents' medical bills completely, all of them, every single one. His mother cried on the phone for an hour. His father stayed quiet, then said he was proud. For the first time in his life, Michael was his own boss. He set his own hours, controlled his own income. He was not rich, but he was stable, comfortable. The constant panic was gone, and every night he came home to Bruno. One evening, Michael sat on his couch. Bruno curled up beside him. The old cat purred loudly. "You saved me," Michael whispered. "You knew exactly what I needed." Bruno's eyes were half closed. Completely unaware, he changed everything. Michael thought about all those rocks. The cat had been trying to help all along. While Michael was working, barely surviving, barely eating, Bruno had been solving the problem. Bruno had given Michael more than money. He had given him hope, purpose, a second chance. Sometimes miracles arrive looking like trash, like problems, like dirty rocks on your floor. But if you pay attention, if you care, you recognize them for what they truly are. Thank you for watching this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me continue to share stories you'll love.